Alrighty, well, digging into this stuff, got all my harnesses and whatnot today. So this is the main Green Star harness. Plugs into the monitor there. Gotta have power to that. And then your ATU harness plugs into there. And then this plugs into the globe. So that's fairly simple. This is the ATU steering wheel. It's just got a plug like that. It mounts to your steering column. I don't know what all that is. There's so many different wire harnesses. This is the ATU harness. This is where that ATU will plug in and plug into those. Let's see what else. And then on here, I've got, this is for your resume switch, which I got one of those right here. So I gotta figure out how or where I want to mount that. I'm thinking about, instead of having to drill holes and stuff on my tractor, because I'm gonna be taking this one back and forth instead of buying another one. So I think I'm gonna get some heavy Velcro and stick it there so that way I can take it off and on. Oh, let's see. I got brackets for the display, which in the kit it came with all that hodgepodge. So if you got a newer tractor with the bolts that are on the post, you can do that, but I think I'm gonna just mount this some way on that dash so I don't have to have all that. This is power harness. This has to go to keyed switch, constant power, and obviously ground. And then this is just a place you can hook all your wires to. Once you have power to that, then you just come to this, I guess. And then it runs it all through this relay and it's fused. So it's kind of confusing. It's going to be something else trying to get it all tucked in here decent. A lot of this I think I'm going to try to get underneath this cowling. And that harness, at least half of that, like on the 4960, it went out the back window and up along the side. I think I'm going to go up along the side here, up into the top, which is why I got this opened up. And then there's a cover that goes right here. I think I'm going to drill a hole in there and get it so I can seal it up tight. Okay, well, kind of did a cobbled job here, but couldn't figure out where this void up inside the cab right in front of the post. There's kind of a hole up in there, so I thought maybe it was under here, but no. I drilled a hole and I had to oblong it all out because you had to get that big plug in through there. So kind of did a crappy job there, but ran that up. This is for the receiver, and that'll be on top of the cab. So ran it up and just pulled that screen up a little bit and ran it out there, and then that'll just run and sit on top of the cab. And if there's extra, I'll just push it back in up under there. But so I'm going to silicone that shut. That's how I ended up getting that wire up here without having to run it out a window or out the back. Once I get it sealed up, it should be fine. Gotta put that all back together, of course, if I can get down without falling. And then the power, I hooked that up. There's one that has constant power, and then there's one that's, I just grabbed the closest one that's keyed, I think. Well, I got the screen in. It's got power anyways, so That's how that ended up. And then that wire just stick back there. Sitting here, you can't even see it. So so now I gotta get all this crap. I know it's getting dark, you can't see, but a lot of wires there. Try to hide. I got this bracket on. I don't know if I got that backwards or not, but that's the way I got it. I gotta get a different piece for the top of that one. Maybe I already said that. But yeah. Gaining. Well, we're finally getting this auto steer stuff wrapped up, I think. The receiver, I won't have that until basically I'm ready to plant, unfortunately, probably. But got the ATU in. Got my resume switch. I just got some heavy Velcro and Velcroed that because I'm going to be moving this, the harness, and the ATU to the other tractor for the fall. So kind of wanted to make that so I could easily move it. And all that harness there is part of the harness for the ATU, so that is going to be moved back and forth. So that's kind of why I had to leave that out. But everything else is pretty well tucked away. A lot of stuff I tucked too much under there. You can see there, this sticks out just a little bit because I got so much crap back in there. But yeah, I think I showed that, how that's, I ran that plug up through the bottom of there, and then you tuck it in back behind there. So obviously you got to have that harness that dangles there off of the unit. But so yeah, pretty happy with it, I think. If you're wondering, biggest reason I went with the John Deere was the SF1 signal. Once you pay for the activation, it's still free. SF1 is better than WAS, and SF2 you have a yearly subscription where it's basically the same thing that I had with the Trimble, but I paid $1,000 a year for that, or $1,000 for 3 months basically for the better signal, and I just wanted to get away from that. I figure in a few years this thing is gonna have itself paid for just off of that, not having that. So I'm hoping it's good. With the 6,000 they're supposed to be more accurate, and hopefully this is going to be about as accurate as it's going to get for an ATU system, I think. So yeah, got probably close to $10,000 in it, but the only thing used is that 2600 monitor, and it will do everything that I want it to do anyways. So yeah, that's where we ended up with this project. So thanks for watching along, and we'll catch you on the next one.